Yo, this Woody.
Yes. Freddie JB.
Two stupid dogs.
Hey, yo, Woody.
Yeah, man, it's Freddie JB.
It's Two Super Dogs Podcast.
Two dogs. Stupid dogs. Everybody in this bitch, bark, please.
You're not counting again, right?
Are you gonna count or not, nigga?
Nah, it's okay.
Here we go. Here we go with this shit. This is the fucking second episode back, and you still doing stupid shit. What the fuck? God damn, you don't really grind my gears. Well, fucking Freddie doesn't do the countdown.
How's everybody doing today? It is now February 9th, and we in this bitch. Two Stupid Dogs, man. We're excited for another installment. This is episode 65.
Yep.
We going back around. Hopefully you guys like the new setup. We've been getting a lot of great like comments saying that they like the new setup. There's still a lot more we're doing, so stay tuned for that. But let's go around the table.
Oh, I get an introduction this time?
Why do you need an introduction? They know you.
That's not the point.
And you wear your shirt.
That's not the point. Boricua Morena V. Thank you.
This is what we're doing. All right, well, first of all,
I want an introduction too. Hi, my name is Udi.
I'm out.
Even though I introduced myself in the beginning, since everybody get an introduction.
That's right. Everybody, even though they know you already. Yeah, drink your mimosa.
I don't even know mimosa. There ain't no champagne in there.
Listen, my
that is
hair is
something.
done. Talk to me nice.
Okay.
Oh, my
You
bad.
put beer in it, you nasty motherfuckers.
Anyway, shout out to Black History Month, man. We in this motherfucker. We all black and shit.
Are we?
Well, you Afro. Wait, you
different
Puerto
shades
Rican.
of melanin.
Yeah. I was about to say you Puerto Rican. You
Yeah.
Afro Latino.
Melanin popping on
I'm
here.
Cape Verdean. I'm
You know what I'm
black.
saying?
Yeah.
I'm blackity black.
Right.
I'm black, y'all.
Jody claims
I'm black, y'all.
grandmother
I'm
from
biggity
Egypt?
black, y'all. Where's that
Jody's
from?
black.
Test it 1, 2, 3. Where's that from?
What?
I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. I'm biggity black, y'all. Where's that from? What movie?
Come on, 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
I don't know what movie
Oh,
that's
sad. Sad. She's not real black.
You know damn well
these-
I don't watch movies.
I realized that all these ethnic black people don't know what the fuck that is.
They don't know that movie, man. That movie was what? Was it CB4 for Life, something
Yes.
like that? Yo, that was
What movie?
classic.
CB4
with Chris Rock. I'm black, y'all.
How do you not know it?
Anyway,
You know what? You grew up in CF.
oh yeah.
Actually, I
Sorry.
didn't.
Sorry. It's all the same shit.
Get it right.
It's all dirty out there. Let's go.
Wow.
Let's go.
He's already coming for me.
Anyway, Black History Month. So for Black History Month, we wanted to give a shout out. We'll probably do it every week. So I'm gonna start first. So I want to shout out. Hold on. Let me pull it up. So shout out to this guy named Mike Edwards. He recently launched a black label cigar. So this is the first black-owned cigar line. If y'all know me, I enjoy cigars. I'm trying to be a cigar aficionado, whatever they say. I don't even know how to say it, but I really enjoy cigars. And I was just looking up, type of brands and stuff. And then I stumbled upon this. So this Mike Edwards, guys, he's an athlete. He's also a model. I believe he's an ambassador for Budweiser in Nigeria.
Oh, nice.
So he's doing this thing, and he just recently launched that. So one of his cigars, what he's trying to do is...
Have you tried it yet?
No.
Okay.
I looked up in that motherfucker. One cigar is like $12. I'm like, I'll think about it.
$12?
12, 13
to support
bucks.
black?
Hey, listen, I said,
And you're
I'll
shouting
think
him
about
out?
it. Damn, bro. I said,
All right, sorry.
you know what? Anyway,
sorry.
I'm
Go ahead.
shouting the man out. Isn't that good enough?
No.
Wow, I bet. Anyway, he's trying to do a cigar. I don't know if he has done it already, but it's all the leaves are made in Africa.
Nice.
Cameroon wrapper. I think that's very dope, very inspiring. So shout out to him, Mike Edwards, for launching the first black cigar line, and he's based out of the UK, so which is really, really dope.
What's up?
You know what I'm saying? So let's go. What about you?
So there was an article that came out last week that I came across, and it was about this girl from Pawtucket. Her name is Anna Duque.
I think so.
She's Latina, and I know her because, well, I don't know her, but I know she's dating one of my friends. So I saw her picture, and she looked familiar, and so I clicked it, and she's actually, she moved to Los Angeles for 2 years, and then she came back and she started her own company called Green Tenderfoot. And it's a zero waste company that sells products and hosts pop-up refill stations to help reduce people's carbon footprints. And I thought that was dope that she actually left and then came back and trying to help her community out.
So she's
So
from
most people-
Pawtucket?
Yeah, she's
Oh, shout out to the bucket.
bucket baby.
You already know.
But she came back for her community. That's what's up. So shout out to her.
Yeah,
lit.
hell yeah. All right, what about you, Udi?
Shout out to Jody for helping me out with this one. I did read this before. Actually, this should have been a topic. But shout out to Lonnie Johnson, the creator of Super Soakers. He was awarded $72.9 million from Hasbro.
Wow. Yeah.
In royalties. He created like the first line of Nerf guns, like that whole line. Yeah, Super Soaker. Yeah.
Super soak that hole.
Yeah, but it also says Nerf. It also says Nerf 2 over here, motherfucker. The fuck?
Yo,
But
that's
yeah.
dope as though.
Don't be trying to give me tidbits from the side, nigga. Where's your mic at? But yeah,
Facts.
shout out to him.
I don't need no mic. I'll speak up.
Oh my god.
Shout out to him though. I mean, to go against a juggernaut like Hasbro and win. You know what I mean? Get your royalties from that.
That's dope shit.
You know what I mean? That's what's up.
And that's a lot. That was what? How many million? 2.9?
Yeah, 72.9.
Shit.
That's dope. That's dope.
Shit.
See when the pictures like that.
That motherfucker cheesing.
Well, shout out.
Hold on, that
cheesing
motherfucker
too.
cheesing. That motherfucker cheesing.
Well, shout out to all the black small businesses, big businesses, inventors, anybody black that's doing it. And even if you're not black, just shout out to you. But I know it's Black History Month, so we really just want to credit our people. Even Afro-Latinas is black. I mean, sometimes, yeah, I feel like, yeah, nah, I don't know. Anyway, shout out to
Now
you.
we is.
You know what I'm saying? So it's dope. But let's get back to the matter at hand, man. The biggest topic of this week, man. The Super Bowl just passed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to
1 week
Kansas
out.
City Chiefs for winning the Super
week
Bowl.
in.
Shout out to Missouri. Thank you.
Kansas?
Missouri. Kansas. Well, Trump. Did Trump say some shit?
Hey,
Yes.
no. He's not an idiot. I didn't know that. Not a lot. If
So
you
you're an
if
idiot
if
too?
you
You don't
ask-
represent the
if
whole
you ask,
country.
if you ask, majority of people don't know that.
I didn't know, but I don't represent a
But
whole
no.
country.
But there's a difference though. Listen.
He is
There's-
the president. Yes.
Thank you.
Sorry,
He's
he is
the president of the United States. You have one job.
I can't fault him because I didn't know. I'm sorry.
That's all.
Kansas
You
City.
never watched Malcolm and Eddie?
Malcolm. I never even heard of that. What is that?
I don't know.
I know. Ed and Eddie.
Facts.
Nigga.
That's
Malcolm
what we
in the
got our
middle.
dance from.
Yeah.
You already should know. Anyway,
Break
yes.
that shit out anywhere.
So, shout
Y'all really
out
do
to
break
Patrick
that shit out
Mahomes. Shout out to
My
the whole team.
homeboy.
Tariq Hill balled out. I'm a little salty a little bit, even though they're not neither are my teams, but I was really voting for the 49ers. I really wanted them to win.
Why?
I like
Did you
Jimmy.
bet on them?
I just like Jimmy. No, I don't bet.
Yeah, but
I really like Jimmy
Honestly,
Garoppolo.
though, when you look at the game and stuff like that, they tested him because they made him throw more and he failed.
Yeah.
He-
Well, the thing
Dog,
is,
he
No, I'm not. I'm
Okay,
not
all right,
giving him a
Sorry,
pass.
go
He
ahead,
did fail. You had a minute plus, pull through for your team. But at the same time, the only reason I say is 49ers are a run team. They've been running every single game. All you had to do was just be ready. But honestly, though, think about it. How much practice, you know what I mean? In a big game, you're finally playing, and all they were doing running. So it's all right, now I need you to throw. It's even Patrick Mahomes didn't even really play all that well. But, the defense stepped up.
he stepped it up when he needed
He stepped
to.
it
though.
up. Yeah,
I
defense
mean,
too.
he fucking grabbed his nuts and do what he had to do.
That's
And
it.
I think that Jimmy, he just didn't. I don't know, man.
He didn't pull through.
He didn't pull through. Simple
He
as
didn't
that.
earn it. He has 2 Super Bowl rings, but he didn't earn this one. But shout out. But again, 49ers, you feel. Hopefully you step up next year. But shout out to the Chiefs. They really did their thing. I'm really happy for him. And then Andy Reid finally won a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So shout out to that brother right there. But the reason why we bring up the Super Bowl is because the biggest topic was the halftime show. And I really wanted to just dive into the backlash of it. So the first thing I want to say though, everybody was mad that it was going to be J-Lo and Shakira for it. At first, they were like, no, I don't understand. But I feel like the reason why people were mad is because Jay-Z partnered, right? So everybody were expecting rappers and black people and everything like that. But I was like, okay, I can see why they're mad, but when you watch it and the fact that it was based in Miami, and I was like, no, this works. Like, people are so quick to just jump to shit. It's like, no, this was a smart move. Spanish influence. You haven't had that yet, Super Bowl. Like, give it time to grow. Let them work.
Latino influence.
Yes. Give it time to grow. Maybe next year there'll be, rappers. But, like, the first year they're in Miami, I think it was appropriate. I think it was dope, and it worked out. How'd you guys like it, though?
First of all, they fucking killed it.
Killed it.
For how J-Lo's, what, 50? Shakira's 40, 43 or some shit like that.
God damn.
They
Jenny
did
from
the
the block.
damn thing. Mm-hmm. It was really good. They did.
Shakira, man, them hips still don't lie. God damn, 47.
As for me, are you done with what you're saying? As for me, it was semi-boring for me, but I respect it. And I liked it, but it was semi-boring because it's just like, I want to see some more variety. You know what I'm saying? As far as like the music selection, it was just 2 singers. If that makes sense.
Well, yeah, Bad Bunny show up, J Balvin.
I would have. Yeah, but if they would have Rick Ross would have came out of nowhere because of Miami, I would have been like, ah.
Okay, I see.
I mean, if he was on the bill.
Okay, you just didn't like it was just all Latin, pretty much.
Yeah.
No, I like Latin music. I'm not. That's not
So
what it
what do
is.
you mean by variety?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying that it could have been. If it was gonna be Miami, do Miami.
That was.
You know what I'm saying?
No. I'm just trying to understand, bro.
What did I just say? If you're gonna do Miami, there's more than just them in Miami. So like I know. I think was Pitbull in the beginning, the pre-show or something like that. That's what I heard. Something like that. Yeah, they could have did that with other rappers or you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. I just think that it just could have been a little bit better. But I liked it, and I understand the representation that it needed. I'm not hating on that. Like when a lot of different other races say like, oh, I didn't like it. It's more because it's the race thing.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I have no problem with the show. I personally would have just liked a little bit more.
Okay.
That's just me.
That's
but as far as them, and I also don't listen to the music.
I think that's what it is. That's what it is. If you don't listen to J-Lo or Shakira like that, then it's
I like when she Jenny from the Block type shit. But like I don't listen to Shakira. The only song I know is like Hips Don't Lie type shit.
Right.
But
it
was good.
I understand where you're coming from.
Though.
It was entertaining. Yeah.
I mean, watching 50-year-olds shake their ass and looking good. Oh yeah.
First of all, Shakira is in the 40s. She ain't there yet. You know what I'm saying? Give us. All
right, I'm sorry. Well, they're both 39.
No, I think J-Lo's 50.
I know, but I'm talking about like, the way
body wise. Yeah,
body wise.
That's facts.
They're both 39, man.
Crazy. I mean, I understand where you're coming from. I think there was enough variety. I love the representation it took. There was so many. Apparently, Shakira did like 6 different dances. Like, from bachata, you know what I mean? Just highlighting every single dancing culture. Every aspect. So if you pay attention, like really, like it was just, there was so much like hidden gems too. One of the things that was there was the kids in cages to represent how, you know what I mean, the whole Trump situation and whatnot.
The whole performance was deeper than any of us could understand when we were watching it.
And that's why I'm a little upset that people were mad in the beginning because look what you know what I mean? You're mad that it's 2 Hispanic ladies going to do this show, but you didn't even give it a chance and already bashing them. And then when it happens, you seen that they were fighting, going against Trump and that whole cage thing. Then they're fighting for their culture, especially with everything that happened in Puerto Rico. J-Lo came out with a flag. They haven't received that much help. So, like, you know what I'm saying? It was needed and it was performed really well and it still stood for something. It was bigger than just entertainment. Yeah. They made a statement that it was just dope. All around. Shout out to
I don't know
them.
if you have this written down, but there was a lot of people saying, "Oh, that they're lip singing, they're lip singing." You know that they lip sing, right? Like, is this not new? Is this new to people? Like, is this new to people?
I feel like sometimes it is. I mean, when it comes to the performance, I understand it because even I remember way back when I used to watch Janet Jackson perform, she's like, yo, sometimes you have to lip sync because she's dancing.
Yeah,
it's a lot, and you want the music to be consistent. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? That's one thing.
Really want,
but I will say when they lip sync during the national anthem, I didn't know that. That is
what the national anthem was lip sync.
Apparently, some have been lip synced, and some is just
lip
sung, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you will. Shut your ass up. But you know what I'm saying? Like that surprised me. But during the show, if some of the songs are lip sung, then I'm not surprised at all. I mean, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, guys, if they're doing a whole bunch of running around on stage and choreographed things, it's probably lip sung.
It needs to be at that point because if you're dancing and all that shit, I don't want to hear no mediocre tunes from you.
Right.
You know what
Dog,
I'm saying?
All you
Like,
hear
what's-
is waiting for tonight. You hear shuffling.
Shuffling and shit.
Like, you don't want to
Out of
hear,
breath?
You
What?
don't want
Out
to
of
hear
breath?
bitches. You don't want to hear female. Sorry, not bitches. You want to hear them singing. You don't want to hear them singing like me walking up the stairs. Like after I walk up the stairs, I play
Waiting for tonight.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Come
no,
on, man.
stop.
Come on, they dancing. You saw J-Lo on the pole
Listen,
up top
man.
doing the
You think
damn
she, you think
thing.
she really singing
Yo.
doing that?
Come on, bro.
Stop,
Come on, bro.
Stop it with the fake outrage.
shit was
We know
sexy,
this
though.
already.
That's
Why
facts.
don't we get upset at things that we already know?
Because we're these
That's why.
sensitive.
That's why when motherfuckers
Sensitive.
be getting so upset at racism and shit like that, I be looking at motherfuckers like, why?
Right.
Like, why? Why are you so upset? We already know these motherfuckers are racist.
Question:
What?
Who had the better booty?
None of them. Now that I'm older and I understand what a real booty looks like, it's like they're just cool.
Who had the better booty though? That's still.
See, the thing is,
You can still
Shakira
answer that question.
Shakira has an ass, but it's not like fat like J-Lo's. You know what I'm saying?
It's not, but it was
Shakira's
jiggling.
hips though. No, it was jiggling.
That shit was
don't lie.
jiggling.
But her hips though, like, can J-Lo move her hips like Shakira? I think Shakira.
I think they equal
ain't
them out.
that
I think
day.
they- I think-
Yo, as soon as Shakira came out, I'm sorry Shakira, but as soon as she came out, I was like, yo, she could.
I think we
fuck.
need to
That's the first thing
bioengineer
I
both
said.
of them together. Just get like, just splice some DNA.
Mm-hmm.
Get you a perfect Latina.
Perfect Latin. There already is. It's Salma Hayek. Anyway.
Yo, real shit. Nah,
She
I need
aight.
nah.
She bad as hell.
I don't know why.
Yo,
I don't
why
think
you
she's all that.
hating?
I'm not
Bad as
hating.
Why you hating on her and her Golden Globes?
I just don't.
Her Golden Globes. Why you hating?
I
bad
just
as
think
hell.
she's not.
Nah,
I'm not
nah.
that attracted to her. I
Salma
don't know
Hayek
why.
is the pure sexiness.
That's facts.
She might not even be. She might not even be the hottest chick, but she's just pure sexiness.
Come on, son.
Her voice, all that.
Everything. That
It's just
accent
that.
is
It's
all that.
all that. That Latin flair is just there, bro. Like you'll never understand because you're a nigga. But
True.
but
Goddamn.
True.
us men's,
Right. You know what I'm
us
saying?
men's, we appreciate Salma Hayek.
Facts. But speaking of the better booty, so what do you guys feel about the backlash saying that the halftime show was too sexual and people being mad about that, saying there's kids watching and all this extra shit? Spill.
They don't want their kids liking Latina women.
I think it's just all the salty, I mean, no offense, the white people and the people that just,
Nah, you know what it was? You know what it was? All them white fathers like
they got hard and they got
then
mad.
wives was like,
And then the wife was like, "Oh my god, this is inappropriate."
yeah.
My thing is, they put up a meme saying, putting the side by side with obviously this halftime show and then the Adam Levine one, and Adam Levine is just like shirts off,
You got the
walking,
DV.
the
Got the
DV.
DV. Like-
you got little girls watching that. Shit.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro, tats all over, and he's over here strutting like Mick Jagger and shit. Nigga, come on, bro. Y'all just are mad that two beautiful women at the age that they're doing it, there was no wardrobe malfunction. Everything was dope. Y'all just mad in general because it's not.
If y'all wasn't
Get to
aging
the
like
gym.
milk, y'all wouldn't be upset.
Oh, shit.
First of all, it was dope that they did that. I don't have any issues with it, but I
No.
can understand why somebody would be upset about
But my
their
thing is-
kids watching
all right,
somebody
yes,
on a pole.
Yes,
if you
are
think about
absolutely
it, 'cause
right. I can understand.
But you know what though? On some real shit, pole dancing is really like it's made sexual, but pole dancing is
a
actually
workout.
a fucking workout.
I seen
It's
that.
actually
we
dope.
know
Women-
that,
I seen
but-
a
Exactly.
stripper stand on another stripper on the pole.
Maybe it was a
That's
protest
workout.
to make pole dancing not sexual. How about that?
Free
Cash
the-
me outside.
Free the pole.
Free to pose.
y'all are stupid. But I can
Politically
understand why
and in the
somebody would be
strip club.
a little
Yep.
upset about that.
Honestly,
pose.
I found no problem with it. I just think that people just are looking for something to be mad
Oh
about.
no, they're not gonna please everybody.
Nah.
The thing is that
It is what it is.
I think we all agree. I think we all agree that we give the voice to too many people. Too many people, like, especially with social media, you have too much say.
Right.
Like, can you really, like, back in the day when social media wasn't as popping, like, you couldn't really, like, cancel culture somebody effectively.
Not back then. Not back then.
They didn't look at you like you're stupid.
Real talk.
Like,
man.
yo, we're gonna put them on vacation.
Yeah,
for like
opinions are too powerful now.
a week. Yeah,
I think.
Anyway, it was the 10th watched Super Bowl. It was dope. Obviously, nobody gives a fuck about your opinions. Shout out to those beautiful women. Shout out to the kids. I think it was J-Lo's daughter that came out in the
Yes,
song.
she did.
Killed it.
Look at just like her daddy.
Yep. Just like
She's
facts.
cute.
But they both. I mean, they come from a family
Did
both
she look like her
singers.
dad?
I think so.
Maybe I never see. Maybe I don't remember what her dad looks like because
Mark Anthony?
I thought she looked like her
my
mom.
favorite.
to me,
I
but-
think she looked like J-Lo a little bit more. Yeah.
Really? I
I
thought she looked
I
just
thought she
like
looked like
her
her mom a little more. Maybe I need to see them by side. She had J-Lo's ears.
Just poking.
That wasn't even a joke. I was just like, I seen it. I was like, oh, that's whole J-Lo's like whole face,
You
and then the
stupid.
ears. I was like, oh, I could definitely tell that's J-Lo's daughter. If nobody told me.
Oh no,
it was
I
J-Lo's
instantly
daughter,
knew too.
Yeah.
Instantly knew too. I thought she looked more like J-Lo. Yeah.
How did we feel about Demi Lovato?
I was about to say, Demi Lovato getting thick. That crackhead.
Yeah,
looked like
man.
shit.
Yo, on some real
she
shit.
eat-
She ain't on heroin no
She
more.
a performance.
She
Yeah,
ain't on
fuck all that,
heroin
nigga.
no
That
more,
crackhead
dog.
got thick. I don't know what they serving in
She
rehab.
been
but
kind of thick though.
Nah,
Yo,
she
no,
always been
she was
thick.
getting thick.
She
I
has
mean, but she
butt
on that
now.
dog. She was on that
Thick.
dog
She
food
looked
and shit.
good.
No.
thick.
She was on that dog food and shit, and we can't fuck with that.
I said,
It's
what?
heroin.
Oh yeah, that's fact. She a crackhead,
Dog
but it's
food?
okay though.
Yeah, that's what
She's
it's
going
called.
through the trenches. Hopefully, she's years sober now. I don't know, but in rehab, they was serving
I
some
don't
real
know.
good
Her
food. She
pH
got
balance
thick.
is probably still off.
Now
on
that
heroin.
cornbread. Oh yeah, that's facts probably. But they served that cornbread. in that rehab.
Anyways,
Do they?
I don't know, but she got
Is it
thick.
apple cinnamon or regular?
look at this. I always get stuck up in this shit. Listen, I'm talking about her performance.
Fuck all that, but she thick. What
Nah,
you think
she
she
is
ate?
thick.
It was
And
cornbread,
she
mashed
never-
potato. It
She
had
never
to be
been.
that collard
Even
greens,
when she
bro.
was hitting that heroin, she was never ugly.
No, she was bad.
Yeah.
She had little bags in her eyes, maybe a
Like
tooth
yo,
missing or something,
imagine the
but
dudes
she
that
was
she
still bad.
sucked. Never mind. Never mind.
She probably sucked a couple dicks for some heroin. Nigga.
Nah, she's
Lucky
always been
motherfucker.
rich, so I don't think she had to.
You never know. They
But
hit the
imagine,
bottom, bro.
imagine if you were selling. Imagine you were selling. I'd be broke as fuck trying to give her money.
Oh, that's facts, nigga. That's facts, nigga. That's facts. I would. Oh, what? I would, nigga.
Y'all ain't shit.
The whole pack gone just because I want my
whole
dick
pack
sucked.
on, niggas. Dog, like,
She bad as hell though. She bad as hell.
Nah,
But
nah,
shout
she
out to
cool.
her. I found out that I think after the Super Bowl, her and the Shakira and J-Lo went up after, and they just looked dope together. Shout out to women empowerment. And it was just all around dope.
All
Shout-
Latinas,
and
too.
she killed it.
She did.
Whether she lip sync or not,
Wait,
because
Demi
at the end of the
Lovato's
day,
Spanish?
at the end, I don't think she's Spanish.
She's not. I think she is. She's
she?
not.
She might be.
She might. I have
Lovato
no
seems
idea.
a little.
I don't know. What you guess?
Siri?
I don't know. Siri. But what I was gonna say is shout out to her
claim it.
performance, like you were trying to do, like trying to say. Her performance is really dope. Even if it was lip sung, you still have to sing it. So regardless of the fact, shout out to her that she fucking knocked it out the park. Knocked
and
it out
she-
the field, no pun intended.
She made that one of her goals like 10 years ago. Was to sing
Yeah.
during the Super Bowl. So the fact that she made it happen, shout out to her.
Huh,
was
you know what's
dope.
crazy?
and one of my
is-
goals is to sing a Star Spangled
I was listening to
Banner, too.
Salome's podcast and he had this dude named Jason on there, and he's like kind of like he does a Hollywood Uncovered, right? And so do you know how she got that gig, right?
No.
She's managed by Jay-Z, Rock Nation.
Oh, okay. Rock Nation.
Whatever.
Oh, Lovato's Mexican and Native American.
Oh, nice.
Oh, she's Spanish.
Yeah. you know she was on Barney, right?
Where? What?
Barney.
Demi Lovato?
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah,
She was the
yeah,
one. She was the one with the purple jumpsuit.
I love you.
I don't remember that shit.
All right, whatever.
Oh
You
my
don't know about
God.
that.
All I do,
Anyway,
all I do is
but
sing the
speaking
cleanup
of-
song with my son all day.
But speaking of her being with the Rock Nation and whatnot, what do you guys feel about the backlash with Jay-Z and Beyonce sitting during the national anthem?
I don't even think they should have had to explain themselves.
Right.
Like people
But
just.
since they
Oh my
did,
God.
How you explain yourself and clearly lie?
Ooh.
Like Jay-Z
That's a-
lies. Like dog, just say I didn't fucking stand up.
Yeah.
I didn't want to.
But he's partnered with the, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
He
dog,
had to.
don't sit there and bullshit us. Like, dog, you.
So what did he say?
he's like,
Hold on.
oh, yeah.
So-
So from what I understand,
They said they were in awe.
So let me
of her
just say, so
performance.
this is, and I quote, he said, so we get there and we immediately jump into artist mode. So I'm looking at the show. Did our mic start? Was it too low to start? Is it too many speakers on the floor? So the whole time we're sitting there and we're talking about the performance, and then right after that, Demi comes out and we're talking about how beautiful she looked and how she sounded and what she's going through in her life for her to be on stage, and we're so proud of her. So during the whole national anthem, he said that that's all they were talking about, just in it and all that. But I will say, I understand, you know, even if he lied or not. But my problem is that why
I don't
does
wanna call him
every
a liar, but yeah, I don't think he's
regardless if
telling
he did, my biggest problem is why does everything has to be a protest?
the truth. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Regardless if he lied or not. So I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I just sit down. I'm like, I still
Yeah.
respect the flag. It's just like, it is what it is.
I don't stand every time. Like,
Yeah, put your hand
lazy.
across your heart, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I do remember, because like I grew up Jehovah's Witness, and I remember my mom always said, you just don't do the, we don't, rep the flag or whatever. So I remember when I was mad young, and I was in class, and we used to do it every morning, start, praise the flag or whatever. And I was sitting, and then the teacher was like, get up. And I was just like, my mom told me not to. My mama said. And she was like, why? And I was just like, because, I don't know, with your witness, I guess. She didn't tell me the whole thing. And she was like, she called my mom. And she was like, why is your son not disrespecting and whatnot? And then my mom was like, oh, no, we're Jehovah's Witness. She was like, all right, well, you're not supposed to sit, but at least stand. You don't have to put So the compromise that was made in the classroom was I would still stand, but I just wouldn't put my hand across my heart.
That doesn't make sense. Like,
right. And I had to do that.
That was my biggest
All
thing
I'm
with
trying
the
to say.
situation, right?
Right.
What
are you laughing about?
Wait, I just pictured that Cardi B meme where my mama said.
Shut up, nigga. Or just fucking
This
her towering me. My mama said not to stand.
So
anyway, go.
what's more disrespectful than anything is talking through the national anthem and interrupting people while they're receiving that.
Yes.
Kneeling and sitting down is probably the most respectful thing to do besides standing up and putting your hands over your heart. Like, that makes no sense. You motherfuckers are crazy. Like, it doesn't make sense that you feel that way. And I had this talk with fucking all in it. I was like, no. And I'm like,
Really?
bro, listen to me. If I was to sit there, would you have rather me stood up and talk to you the whole time the national anthem's going on? Or making jokes? Sitting down and not participating is fine.
Right.
Nobody's ever where in the history of anything is that not okay?
Right.
Just,
I agree.
like-
But no. And I would just go ahead.
Even in school, when you was being a dickhead, your teacher would tell you, if you're not gonna do your fucking work, sit back there and be quiet. And don't interrupt anybody else that's trying to do their work. Dog, it's simple as that.
But they try to make everybody conform. And it wasn't even a form of disrespect. It was just my mom's religion. You know what I mean? But my teacher found it so disrespectful that she had to call my mom. And then it made something. And then we had to find an equal balance of, okay, he'll stand up. Just don't put his hand in.
We need to go back to the age of violence, bro.
But I agree with that. But also what I would say is just like, just to bring it back, is that why everything has to be a protest. Like, everybody, like, just because Colin Kaepernick, shout out to him for everything he stands for. But like, just because somebody want to sit down, it doesn't mean it's a protest. Oh, it was a silent protest. No. Apparently, Blue was just taking pictures or recording Demi, and that's what he's saying. And they were eating, and they were just in the moment. Yeah. Why does it have to be a protest? Or you could, you know what I'm saying? So people went on Twitter, and it made a big thing, and it's just like, dude, that's so unnecessary.
And I didn't. Sorry, no, I was gonna say, like I said, I don't think they should have had to explain themselves, but I understand why they did, because there's always gonna be people who feel like that's disrespectful. Yeah. Like, to us, it's not a big deal, but to somebody else or somebody who fought for the country, I don't know. I don't see that. I've never done any of those things, so to me, it's not a big deal. But
can't please everybody.
He had to pull some bullshit excuse out his ass, so that's what he did.
Jay, and in case we ever do business in the future, I don't know if you're lying or not, right?
He's like, I don't want to make that clear.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. But it doesn't. Lately, it seems like you've been flip flopping a little bit. That's all I'm gonna say.
Wish-washy ass.
Yeah, you've been a little wish-washy, and maybe because you're 50 years old, you feel like you have the right to be. When you get older, like, fuck these motherfuckers.
I just feel like I feel you. I blame all of that on business. Cause I remember, like, cause even being in school, man, and just hearing how like the professors talk, it's like even they'll say it like, yo, business is a fucked up game. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why I feel like people were mad about him partnering with the NFL, because it's like, damn, we're about to lose Jay-Z. It's about to be about money.
The things people do for money.
Yo, it's business. Business is a grimy game. It really is. If you want to make money, you're gonna burn bridges. You're going to eventually, unless you're a nonprofit or something like that, you're doing some type of good. But yeah, and I feel like that's why people is upset with Jay-Z and whatnot. But hey, I honestly didn't feel like it was disrespectful.
He's still fine in my book, man.
Yeah,
I just don't. I just want, if you're gonna do what you want to do, cuff your nuts and just say it. Like, nigga, like, fuck y'all niggas.
But like you said, it's just the situation he's in. One wrong word, one wrong thing, he's canceled.
We don't
you
know
have to
what
tiptoe around all these people. Like,
we don't know what's in their contracts and shit. We don't know what they
man.
can and can't do.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, and not for nothing, and even if he was lying, but I'm just going to take the context that he was saying that he was in artist mode. Y'all both know me. When I'm in artist mode, it's a whole different game. Like, I look like a dick. I'm not going to lie. People are like, yo, why you not talking? What's wrong with you? I'm like, yo, I'm in the moment. So if he's not lying, and this is true, him saying that, look, is the mic right? Is everything going on? What's on her mind? Like, she's coming back for the first time for so long. Like, in my head, while I was reading that, I was like, I felt that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're in artist mode, it's a whole different league. You just have to be focused. Your heart is beating out of your chest, and you're in the Super Bowl, bro. These athletes that do this shit all the fucking time fuck up. The start of the Super Bowl, they were dropping balls, and throws were inconsistent. So imagine a singer trying to control their breath. And I mean, I don't know if it was lip sync or not, but I'm just saying she wasn't. That's a lot of nerves. It's a lot going through her mind. So I understood what Jay-Z was saying, if that's true.
Even if you're not an artist, though, everybody understands business. And once you get into that zone where you just want everything to be perfect, you start overthinking and shit. That's what he's saying. Is the mic okay? Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit
That's understandable.
Wild. Shit is wild. You know what I'm saying? But let's switch gears a little bit. So another big thing. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Another big thing that happened this week is the Gayle King interview with Lisa Leslie. So, Gayle King, man, look, she's been getting a lot of backlash. She's been apparently receiving death threats.
Let's stop right there.
But just to give some context,
stop right there real quick. Guys, it's not okay. We have to hold ourselves accountable, right? We have to hold people accountable when they come against us, our own people, right? But it's not okay to tell a 50-year-old woman, call her bitch.
That's facts.
Dog.
And Snoop Dogg is her age, so like, bro,
It is not okay. You know what I'm saying? Even we can check people correctly. Mm-hmm. We have to
still be respectful.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
All I'm gonna say is that it's kind of different though when you personally know the person, because I know for a fact if one of my family members or friends died and somebody was talking bad about them, or if I felt like they were disrespecting them, I'd probably call them a bald-headed, whatever, dog-headed bitch.
Dog-headed.
Know what I'm saying? I can't say that he was inappropriate because it was wrong, but I mean...
All right, so what I will say, just to give some context for people that don't understand, is that she asked Lisa Leslie, is Kobe's legacy tarnished because of his rape allegations back then? And we talked about it prior in the podcast, but people are just very upset because why you're bringing it up now.
Facts.
So my thing is, right, Gayle King I feel like it wasn't wrong for her to bring it up. Let me just say it. I don't think she is a journalist. She brought it up. The problem is that why you bring it up now? It should have been brought up a long time ago. It should have been talked about. But at the end of the day, this is somebody's legacy. This is somebody's history. This is something that did happen. The only thing I don't agree with the interview is like when Lisa Leslie shut it down and she was like, no, that's my friend. I never seen anything. He's never been disrespectful.
Yes.
Boom. Ended there. That's all. But she kept going, saying the victim, saying the accuser. Why are we still talking about this?
Remember what she said? This is exactly what she said. She goes, I never seen that side of him. Then she goes, you wouldn't.
Right.
I was like,
it was like almost like you were attacking.
Yeah.
That's what the problem was.
Not calling her a bitch, but I was like,
that's
what the fuck wrong with you?
Exactly.
And then I don't like the fact that she tried to blame it on her producers. Like, they was in my ear asking me to say it, and then they only took that clip and put it up. Like, dog, you set yourself up for that. You have enough cachet to say, I'm not asking that question.
But even then...
And she knows how the game works. What the fuck? She's been doing this for a long time. You know exactly how they're going to edit this shit and how it could turn out for you.
Right. And another thing I will say is I feel like the reason why she was attacked even more is because she's Oprah's best friend. And the reason I say that...
Hold on. Too.
Yeah, no. And this is why I'm saying it, because of the simple fact that Oprah's already been getting a lot of backlash. This is your best friend. This is who y'all team. This is, y'all together. So Oprah's getting backlash because...
Sorry, go ahead.
Wow.
Two dog-headed ass bitches.
But Oprah already gets backlash already because of the Russell Simmons, which she recently dropped out of that documentary. But people are already against her, black people specifically. And the fact that Gayle King is her friend, and then she did that in the interview asking Lisa Leslie those questions, I feel like people was just like, yo, what's up with these two bitches? Like, what's going on? Like, y'all just teaming up to just attack us all of a sudden when y'all were pro-black, or I don't want to say pro-black because, wrong context, but going for helping out.
It's funny, though, because I think that there was a, Gayle King's a part of CBS? Which
I don't
company?
know. I don't follow her.
I guess and this is just I just heard this recently. It's I guess one of her coworkers, which she's really cool with, got suspended or fired for sexual conduct. And where have you heard her speak out against him?
See?
And then you pull that shit. If
Right.
I was Lisa Leslie and I had the information, I would have asked her the same thing.
Yeah,
like,
that's facts.
hey, so what about this dude?
The biggest thing is like keep that same energy because what Snoop Dogg said was like, why don't you go ask Harvey Weinstein about the
Exactly.
same type
Y'all
of question?
motherfuckers is-
If you're a journalist, and this is the reason why, like, I'm not mad she asked the question. It's just the manner of you doing it. So if you're gonna ask that question about Kobe, ask it across anybody's legacy.
Dog,
If you're
wait
gonna
till
talk
the
about it. Keep
motherfuckers-
that same
wait
energy.
till Kobe's in the ground.
Yeah, that's
At
too.
least, yo,
Yeah,
people
that
are
too.
still.
People are
That's
still
the
grieving.
biggest thing too, right? Is y'all motherfuckers are talking about this man, right? You're dredging up old shit. His wife is still here. His daughters are still here. Like, you don't act like his oldest daughter can't see this shit. You know what I'm saying? Secondly, right? We all got this information all wrong. Even she got the information wrong on the thing. The girl was found with like 7 different like semen in her.
God
And,
damn.
and she was kind of like prostituting out of that hotel. Wow. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it was like, and she didn't go to trial because it was
Right.
That's why she didn't go to trial for it. You know what I'm saying? And she basically didn't show up. You know, and it's like, dude, like, how you calling this man a rapist? Yeah, you could say like, yo, he cheated on his wife. That's what Lisa Leslie said. Like, yo, like basically she ended to her like, yo, when she said it, she goes, I'm not doubting it didn't happen. Like the sex. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, what you're saying, like, yeah, he cheated on his wife,
Yeah.
but I don't think he raped that girl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And the thing is, Gayle King is, we understand you're a journalist, ask those questions. I mean, I have no problem with that because journalists, you have to ask the tough questions. It is what it is.
It's
but
not
my
even a
problem
tough
is,
question. Why are you asking that if it never went anywhere?
but I feel like the reason why it's being, I think what sparked all of this as well is that dude, that comedian that brought that shit up and it spiraled and now it's a topic. Because if that comedian, well, I don't even think he's a comedian because that shit was not
That's
fucking
weird
funny.
to me,
but
bro.
if somebody is the reason, since he brought that shit up, I feel like that's why it's like in the media and it's being
So
talked
if
about.
somebody, Freddie,
Which
if
is
somebody was to
unfortunate.
call you- that's so fucking whack. If
It's
somebody was
fucked
to
up.
call you a child predator, bro, and that's not me saying none
Right,
of that.
right.
You know what I mean? And you beat your trial, and you didn't actually even go to trial. It finds out that person was lying on you. Are you a child predator for the rest of your fucking life?
Think about it. It happened to Michael Jackson.
What the fuck?
It's
That's
real. It's whack.
retarded.
It is whack.
Yeah, it
but
happens.
real talk, Michael Jackson. There's no proof. There's no anything. But at the end of the end of his great fucking legacy, he still looked as
How
a,
many people
a
are we
fucking
doing
people
that
toucher.
to? How many people do we not
But
know
that's-
the full
it's
story
fucked up.
about and it never really went to trial? Never like, you like, dog, the motherfuckers, to this day, we probably think that they beat their wife. And it probably never happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit's weird. We need
fucked
to
up.
talk
It is.
more
It-
facts instead of feelings.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I always say this too, is that the system works against the man. Like it's way too easy to accuse someone of some shit that they didn't do, and they're labeled for the rest of their life. You could ruin somebody's life like that.
You can
And that
ruin
shit
somebody's
that is
reputation.
not a game.
The whole nine. That's why I said, even if Jay-Z is lying, sometimes you have to, because you have to tiptoe, because there's people that's looking at him. One wrong move, one slip up, one wrong word can ruin his whole reputation. So when it comes to business and it comes to being a figure in the media, you really have to tiptoe. You really have to watch what you say. If I was fucking famous, I'm not saying a goddamn word. Every picture, I'm Travis Scott in it, nigga. Just hiding my face. I'm fucking not saying shit. I'm quiet because somebody will take one thing out of context and flip it right against you, and your whole career is over.
You're getting
you have to be
herpes the
careful.
first week of fame.
Woo! Wow. And shout out, isn't it white be a young boy that got herpes and he's still getting a chick a different day?
Ew.
It's disgusting.
I mean, I guess it's like only when it flares up, I guess.
Yeah, that's true too. What just happened?
don't
Anyway, moving on. So let's talk about this housing discrimination bill in Rhode Island. So if you're not from Rhode Island, I'm sorry. Hopefully, and hopefully you don't have to deal with this. I don't know, but we're just gonna talk about our state real quick. And there's this bill that's being passed. A bill that would ban discrimination in housing based on a person's source of income is making its way through the Senate. So what it is pretty much a ban saying that landlords can't discriminate against somebody's source of income. Specifically, reading the article was about Section 8. So one of the things that was there, let me read it.
Is
really
it a
quick.
source of income or how much you make?
Yeah.
It says source of income.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah,
Okay,
where it's coming
alright,
from.
alright.
And I guess
Because I'm about to say, when I first read it, my stupid ass was like, yeah, it's not discriminatory to feel like you can't pay this fucking this rent.
right.
But go ahead, finish.
But pretty much, if you're on Section 8, you get vouchers. And it literally says the vouchers are given out by the federal government to assist very low-income families, the elderly, and the disabled to afford decent, safe, and sanitary housing in the private market. And they're saying if you deny anybody to, that's discrimination. And pretty much they were saying that people should not be discriminated against based on their source of income. The wait list to receive a voucher is 12 to 18 months. If a tenant is unable to secure housing in a reasonable amount of time, they will lose their voucher. Your source of income shouldn't matter. If anything, you're going to get a good quality tenant in there because their rent is going to be paid regardless. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing too. That's the thing too. When you have Section 8,
and also,
that
really quick.
Sorry.
Really quick, in 2019, renters with a voucher could afford a third of the apartments listed for rent, but were shut out of 93% of available units. So that's a lot. That's a high
you
number.
getting that money directly from the government. You know what I mean? From the state. You know what I'm saying? It's like, Doug, why would you not want that? I can see if you're trying to be like racist or whatever and saying like, oh, if you have Section 8, you're probably black or Hispanic. And I don't want you living
It
here.
leaves room for that.
Yeah, it leaves room for that, right? Because of the negative stereotypes or whatever surrounding it. But a good tenant is a good tenant. Yeah, I mean, and
all right. Well, go ahead. V.
I was going to say, that's the thing, though. I'm not sure how Section 8 works. I'm not sure if they approve you for a certain amount or if it goes by, like, a percentage. Like, hey, we'll pay 70% of, whatever.
They pay a portion, so it's based on your income.
Yeah.
So I kind of don't think that's
So
fair,
if
though.
you make like $10,000 a year,
Why is it not fair?
Because if you don't have a job and you have Section 8, you shouldn't be able to go get a house in Gloucester, whatever, some Barrington, I don't know, somewhere where the rent is a little bit.
Give you like a cap.
So it's not like a set percentage. It's not like
it
a.
might be,
No.
it might be based
Okay.
on how
Yeah.
many
See,
kids
I don't
you
have. I don't know how it
Yeah,
works.
It may be based on how many kids you have and all that.
yeah,
Okay.
how much you can afford.
All right, so then that's fair.
And your rent goes up because my mom was on Section 8 at one point, and I was working, so it affected hers because I was
you were
income
bringing
in the
money.
house.
Yes. Yep. Even if you're not helping, but the income in the house.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If they give you a cap, then it's
So-
whatever.
Look.
Look at him.
Yeah. Look. In all honesty,
It's a pimp.
when I was looking for housing, right, and I was about 21, 22. I didn't end up buying a house, but I remember talking to a real estate agent, and he was like, "Look, if you get a 3-family house, it'll be dope, and then you can get everybody with Section 8, blah blah blah, and then your rent, your mortgage is paid off, rip, you're good."
Yeah.
But he gave a disclaimer with that. And one thing he said was like, look, Section 8 is great. You'll always have, it will always be
check.
paid, yes. But the problem is, and this is what, and I still agree with it. If somebody, I'm not discriminating against Hispanic, black, whatever. I don't care who you are. But the problem is when you live somewhere and it's not necessarily earned in a sense, like it's free in a sense, you're not going to respect it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So him being a real estate agent and who owns homes, he has people in his home with Section 8 and it's great. He gets
Some of these
paid.
niggas be living dirty.
He
I'm
gets
not gonna
paid.
lie.
But the problem is like they have dogs. They piss all over the hardwood. The fucking blinds. They don't give a fuck. They got kids. Kids don't give a fuck. And they're not going to take care of it because they only pay $20 a month for their fucking rent. So the problem is it's like I understand
love
this
$20
bill.
a month.
Real talk. I would love it too.
Shit.
But the problem is that I understand the bill. I understand what they're trying to do, especially the fact that there are vouchers so there is a certain amount of time. But personally, I don't think it's discrimination when you don't want somebody that I'm not saying about color based on race or anything like that. All I'm saying is that if you don't want Section 8, you should have a choice and you won't have to. It's your home. You don't want that. You want somebody else to come in who's earned, who's working hard.
Who's gonna value?
Who's gonna
the
value
space
your
that they're
home.
renting?
Your home has to be-
Exactly.
yeah, like there's a different code.
Yes. When
For-
you're a
for-
homeowner, they're not looking at it in the eyes of
There's a
of
different code
landlord
for,
who has to deal with
for
who has
Section 8. Like your home has to be up to code in a different way.
Yeah,
So
that's
like,
true.
yo, if you don't want to have Section 8, you don't have to. But you don't have Section 8 and then be discriminatory against.
Exactly, but that's the fine line because what they're saying is that if you don't get somebody in your home with Section 8, that's discrimination. Personally, it's like I don't think that is. It could be a number of things, but it leaves room because it's like, oh, no reason why you're not letting me in your house is because I'm black. No, it's not. It could be different for different people.
You know what sound this shit? You know what sound this shit?
That's the problem.
You know what sound this shit?
So it's like,
when you're looking for a landlord, let me go see where you was living before and how you kept that.
sometimes you can't. They got kicked out. You know what I'm saying?
If I was I just want to see how you was living before this.
Hey.
What if you was living with your mama? And there's no.
What's your mama look like, nigga?
But your mama ain't gonna tell you.
The other thing as well is that you'll never know if somebody's a good tenant or not. You can go through references. You can go through their people that they know, whatever. You will never know. People change. They don't give a fuck. Sometimes they can go through hardships, and it is what it is. Because even when my mom owned a house, she bought a house way back when I was around like 12 years old in CF. And I remember this vividly. There was this couple who they came to rent the third floor or whatnot, and held their interview and signed the paperwork. Yo, these people looked fucking like they worked on Wall Street. Like they came, they were like, yes, we only here sometimes. We just want to live. And you know what I mean? We got one child, whatever. Nigga, my mom said, oh, great. You guys look great. Your credit could be top notch still. Nigga. They came in that house, nigga. I shit you not. Maybe like 2 to 3 months in, the nastiest people you'll ever see. They fucked that third floor apartment the fuck up. And that's the problem. You know what I mean? You will never know a good tenant. So them
smoking the drywall.
Yo, and them saying that, oh, you'll get a quality tenant. No, motherfucker. You don't know that. People are shitty. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you will never know, and that's the risk you take as a landlord. But at the end of the day, personally, this bill, I understand it because they're being shut out of 93% of available units. But I don't think it's fair to say that if I have Section 8, I have to give you my apartment. I personally feel like whatever you want, whatever, it's your house. You're paying that mortgage. If you want to let that person in, great. If you don't, you shouldn't have to. And that's just my stance on it.
All right, listen, all that shit's real. All the racism is real. Environmental racism, especially when it comes to inner city people. It's you can't really prove it that much either, which is sad.
You can't.
You know what I mean? Because anything can be said to why you didn't get the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
I think that people need to be more honest about, you wouldn't be more honest. I just think that it's a sad situation, just in general. And stop being racist. That's it. Stop.
And don't discriminate.
You might learn
words
some
of
shit.
Quavo.
You might be. What is it called? Get the barbecue invite and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man, get some ribs on that grill.
Yo, ain't nothing better than having a tenant that can cook.
That's facts, though. That's facts.
You know what I mean?
That's facts. Listen, man. So, I mean, with the RI bill, I'm kind of like on the fence with it. But personally, I feel like it's a little bit too much for this. But I wish you luck. I mean, I'm going to be a homeowner eventually. So this is going to take effect. I'm going to have to feel it soon. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But is there anything you guys wanted to talk about before we end this?
Shit. Goddamn 47.
How y'all feel about, really quick, how y'all feel about that Meek Mill and that Nicki Minaj situation?
They fucking
Which
childish.
They wild.
They fucking childish.
Right, shit is getting crazy. As soon as niggas break up, they talk all the shit in the world, man. Like, why can't you just part ways and be cordial and amicable? Civil? Damn.
No.
Especially when you got that kind of platform, they're fucking childish.
Damn.
No.
Both of them.
Damn.
Both of them.
Nah, I get both sides.
I do too.
I get both sides. Like, fuck both of y'all, motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? Like as far as like, you know what I mean? Them, I don't know. I think they both take jabs at each other.
They do.
And I think Nicki was playing a game. She was playing, like, I take Rick Ross's idea. She was playing a fucking game the whole time. Like, dog, you was pitting these two motherfuckers against each other when you could have very well nipped it in the bud early, so him and Drake wasn't beefing. You know what I'm saying? And now when it comes to your new man, like, dog, like, I seen a meme that says
nigga always look like he's asking for $40.
Yo, no.
I cried.
No, I seen a meme that says Nicki's brother is a rapist. Her new man has sex offender charges. and it was somebody else in her life that had sex offender
Oh
charges.
my God.
Somebody else in her
Vicky.
life that had sex offender. Oh, and her little brother, too.
Oh yeah, he said that. The
Yeah.
brother.
So he's like, yo, you just love that shit around you. Like, and I don't know how I know that one of them to be true, which is her brother. I don't know about her man right now.
I heard that. No, I think
I've
that
heard
one
it,
is,
but I haven't
apparently
seen
it
proof.
was
I ain't
that-
seen no papers. I
Right.
ain't gonna say I'm a
But what it
sex
was is that he was actually younger and she was older or some shit, and it just kind of, I don't know, something like that. But regardless of the fact, he still got sex offender charges, and he has to
and I don't like
register
the fact-
for life.
And I don't like the fact that Nikki, like, she's hyping up a situation between two street niggas.
Somebody
It can-
gonna
it
get
can
got.
She's
only-
always
it
been
can
like that,
only
though.
it can only go bad.
she likes the attention though.
Yeah.
She likes people fighting
don't
over her.
respect it,
She
man.
just
But have you noticed that like a lot of the media is really going against her? I don't know why. Like I'm not gonna say I
I'm
don't
sick
know
of her
why, but
shit.
it's shit. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people don't fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how
Her
it's
shit's
getting
annoying,
bad.
bro. She's just not. I don't know. She's just not it.
Yeah,
It's
I'm over it.
annoying.
anymore.
I'm over it. Yeah,
She used to be it.
used to be.
She not it no more.
I heard she got a good song out though.
Yikes! Yeah, I heard that shit's tough.
I heard she got a good song. God bless her. Keep it going.
Keep working. Fuck it.
No,
She
so
needs to
still a
retire.
rapper.
Yo, did
retire
y'all
that ass.
see? Yo, I'm tired of talking about her, but did you guys see? I don't know why, but in the world of girl dads right now. But did you see Safari when he was singing to his daughter?
Somebody got a daughter.
Yeah, Erica Mena had a daughter, and he was like singing
Oh,
to her.
She had it
and
already?
Yeah, she had it already.
Damn.
Yo, no, in media, like Disney kids and and people in the media, they have kids mad quick or they grow up too fast. It's the weirdest shit. But he was singing to his daughter, and she was crying, and then instantly stopped singing. Yo, that was the dopest shit I've seen.
dope.
Like that was really really dope. Shout
I didn't
shout
see
to
that.
Girl dads.
Girl dads.
Girl dads.
Shout out to all the fathers in their daughters' lives. Where mine at?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
shit. You work for him.
Now I got daddy issues and shit.
Oh
You
my
literally work for him.
God.
He's here, but he's not here.
He's here, but he's not.
follow?
here.
Anyways,
Girl problem.
Girl dad.
Girl dads. Yo.
Girl dads.
Anyway, that was the episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It was amazing. Yeah, that was a good conversation. So yeah. Next week is Valentine's Day. What y'all niggas doing? Y'all thought it?
I think I'm gonna go love you better.
Oh, that is on. Oh, that's gonna be a foyer.
Wait, when is
That's
that?
a vibe.
Valentine's Day.
What day of the week
Friday,
is Valentine's?
Friday,
Oh, Friday.
Friday.
Oh, it's on a Friday?
I work, unfortunately. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying.
I'm gonna go
Holla at all
Anyway,
three of my
better.
Valentines.
Hey.
No, son.
Chapi, que
Hey.
pasó? Me gusta papá frita.
Oh, you got the whole shit, all three?
All three of them.
All
Oh,
three.
shit, all three. of
Put some
them.
respect on my name.
I got all the respect. Y'all
Anyway,
hoes.
we're rambling. Anyway, yo, that was Two Super Dogs. Thank you so much for tuning in. Catch us next week. We'll be her. You already know what it is. Wow. And he's digging her nose. All right. I'm out.
Well,